Along a coastline of jagged cliffs lies one of the oldest fishing villages of the West Coast. Filled with rich history and incredible beauty, it was the perfect place for one of our country's most sincere songwriters, Msaki, to hit pause and allow us insight into her world.
My name is Asanda, Lusaseni Mvana, also known as Msaki when I sing and perform on stage. I'm a singer-songwriter, composer, producer, and curator of awesome things. I had no idea that I was going to be a musician at all. I grew up being really passionate about sport, and in my family, everybody makes a living as a sports person, one way or the other. I got caught by music unaware, and I'm essentially what I would call a late bloomer. I started music in 2013, and since then, that's been my passion. I guess what I'm looking forward to being here is just to locate my feelings and my thoughts geographically and emotionally. And I think, obviously because the space allows, I might find a song or two or three. I've shot a video here. I was looking for a place that had these washed away palettes that had this really calm atmosphere, and I found it not even knowing like what it looks like in real life. I just saw the pictures and I said, that's where I need to shoot my video, and now I'm here.
I could spend my time loving you, if that's what you want me to do. You just gotta say do.
Music is definitely a gift in my family. My grandfather was a composer. My father had the gift passed on to him, but didn't have the time or the privilege to pursue it. He became a clerk at 17, a teacher, and studied law, and became a lawyer. I somehow, because I admire my father, just went and became a lawyer and ignored the fact that I'm actually an artist. And when I came to reckon with that reality, I moved from law, I went to study fine art, visual art, graphic design. I went through this whole journey where just saying yes to my creativity led me to music. I remember the first song I wrote because I didn't write it. I dreamt it at about 3:30 in the morning. And it was a song that literally arrived in 4-part harmony, and I recognized my grandfather's composition style. And I woke up and I just did a voice note of all of the harmonies. I remember hearing Mvana, 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 and then Mvana, 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 then Mvana, 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 and I heard it all in this crazy vocal stack, and I knew that this was a gift that I had to kind of carry on and I couldn't ignore. And that was the first song that I wrote. I learned it on guitar, I arranged it for the band, and now it's a song that people won't allow me to finish a show without singing.
Having worked with the likes of Trezor, Sanal Musician, and Diplo, it's through partnering with others that some of her greatest hits have been born.
I really love collaborating. It's one of my passions. I'm intentional about it. And my goal when collaborating is to really highlight the thing that makes that person unique. A lot of people that I collaborate with end up becoming my friends and family. And part of that is also just wishing the best for each other. And I think the songs that we've made will definitely do a lot for us, but they seem to have done something for people, whether it's making them feel encouraged, whether it's making them see beyond their situation. And that's a dream come true for us, because that's the point of creativity, to help people feel something, that's going to change their lives.
Msaki is a storyteller who immerses herself into her world, drawing from experiences to create sonic escapes that allow the rest of us to enjoy music that brings out a zest for life.
I've been thinking about love and how to keep it once I've made it. So I'm just here enjoying the sunshine and the sound of the waves, and it's one of my favorite sounds. The reason why I journal is because any time that I give way to the silence, and that is coupled with a bit of gentleness with myself, the good stuff and the bad stuff, it's never a waste of time. It gives back to me exponentially, and it fills my well, and it gives me raw materials for my music, but it also gives me a way to think about going about the day a little bit more positively, thinking about how I impact people that I meet, and I make slightly better decisions. Being at a place as beautiful as Paternoster is not just about enjoying the views. It's really just a search for balance. It's to escape the noise. It's just as important as being on the road and being busy. Having this time to unwind is an investment in my well-being and in my ability to carry on. Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why I get so down that I can't even move an inch. Oh, I don't know why. You've been my friend in days that I've prayed, nothing has changed for me. We're about to go on a tour of Paternoster. Never been on an e-bike before, only a quad bike. This feels really hefty, but I'm willing to, see how it rides.
The whole thing about an e-bike is that it has a motor built in the rear hub. So it's the old helpmate trap, the pedal assist, So as you pedal, the motor kicks in and assists you. So it just makes it so much easier for anybody, from children to elderly people, to go so much further to get to places where you normally wouldn't be able to get with a normal bicycle. It's about a 15-kilometer trip that we do. It's just absolutely awesome to see the beach and then also visit the historical places in Paternoster, Cape Columbi Nature Reserve, and it's just the best thing to do it on an e-bike.
This is so much fun. It's crazy! I love it.
Front office manager at Abalone Hotel, Reno Summers, understands why so many South Africans flock here.
Paternoster is an amazing getaway place because there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of cafes, there's e-biking, there's horse riding, there's kayaking. There's just a lot of things to do in Paternoster.
It's been great to just have a chance to revisit this town because the last time I was working, shooting a video. But now just having a bit more time to explore what makes this special and just getting to know the town a bit better.
Even with her depth of experience in a variety of creative disciplines, ceramics was something new to Msaki.
Linda and Msaki are going to make a slip cast bowl using runny clay, which is slip, and molds. Once that's been made, we're going to turn it out. It'll dry slightly, and I'm going to show Msaki how to decorate using colored slip. Then we'll fire the bowl. The end product will be a functional stoneware ceramic bowl. Clay is a wonderful way to share time with family and friends. You're working with your hands, you're creating something that's unique in an environment which is beautiful and peaceful, and in Paternoster, what could be better?
So I'm trying to weasel a shape out of this blob that I've made and get a bit of movement and definition. It's quite challenging, I think, because you need to do it quite confidently and hopefully it'll look like a bird when I'm done. I have a fine art background. I studied graphic design, did darkroom photography, studied film. So just really into creative things, and that led me to my career as a musician. But this is a science that I respect. I find it so spiritual because it's so connected to the soil and to the ground. But I also think that it's technical and it needs a lot of respect. And I'm having a lot of fun just trying it out for the first time. I'm done. And I've leaned into my lovebirds idea. I really had a beautiful time here in the studio. Felt myself completely relax and ease into the day. I'm looking forward to being at the hotel later and having a beautiful meal and watching the sunset.
And she couldn't be at a better place to do it. Immersed in the beauty of the setting sun, Msaki was able to reflect on her purpose.
As an African creative and as a cultural worker and a person who's interested in telling the story of my people in whatever way I can, music for me and songwriting and searching as an artist has been a way to document how I'm learning about myself and my culture, about my language, about my grandfather's songs, about why he was writing what he was writing and what it meant for him historically, geographically. So a heritage to me is that richness that's been passed on, from that generation. Not just the story, but the sense of self. One thing I'd love to be remembered for is a person who intentionally wrote songs of encouragement. I feel like I've been singing one song since the first time I wrote a song till the last song that I wrote. And those are songs of encouragement.
Great food is an art in and of itself. So, from one creator to another, head chef Ruan Duprier prepared a delicious meal.
Tonight for Msaki, I'll be serving the blues lobster. The lobster has been sourced locally fresh here in the Paternoster community. I'm going to start off with the lobster that's been cooked in a dash of white wine, garlic and some butter. After that, I'll be serving the calamari that's been dusted with togarashi spice and with some white wine as well. And then we have the prawns that's been cooked in a chili garlic compound butter and then ended off with a creamy garlic mussel pot.
Thank you so much for joining me on my adventure through this incredible and special town called Paternoster. I'm gonna get into this food that was specially prepared by this wonderful chef, and yeah, have a beautiful evening.
And if music be the food of love, may the nourishment Msaki finds here in Paternoster inspire her to continue writing music that helps us all connect to a zest for life. Get more of the Insider Essay online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider Essay. Watch the show Monday evenings at 6, repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.